What's up, you guys? Aloha, and welcome back to the Tia Bee Show. How have we been liking the episodes, you guys? These stories are amazing, and it makes my heart just so happy to be able to share all of these amazing people with you. So make sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss another episode, and make sure to go back and let us know what you think of each. And if you have stories or if you have someone you want me to interview, we want to hear it. So make sure you comment down below. But today I am so excited, you guys, because today's episode is a very, well, I say everybody special because everybody is special, but her name is Kierra. So welcome, Kierra. Yes, she's amazing, you guys. I'm so excited to have her, and it's like such a blessing because Kierra was actually in the hospital with me. We were fighting cancer at the same time, and her story is amazing. Not only has she fought cancer one time, but she's fought cancer twice, you guys, which makes her a superhero, a superhero. So I'm so excited for you guys to hear her story today and to hear how this opportunity in her life has changed her life and given her a new perspective. So, Kierra, how are you?
Good.
Okay, well, first and foremost, introduce yourself to our viewers that are watching.
Yeah, I am Kierra. I, like Tia said, have fought
I've been saying your name wrong the whole time.
No, it's okay.
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, how embarrassing.
No, you're good. Like Tia said, I've fought cancer twice, and so the first time I was 21, and then the second time I was 23. Yeah, 23. And so, like, it was just, like, cancer on cancer. I had, like, a year and a half in remission, but, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And where are you currently living?
We live in Texas.
In Texas,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And you are from Utah, though?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. And she's married?
Mm-hmm.
She has a dog?
Yes.
Yes.
My dog's name is Rosie, which is weird because...
Yeah, because I have a Rosie,
Yeah.
but not a dog Rosie.
Right. Yeah, she's a mini
Yes.
golden doodle, so...
That's
she's the best.
awesome. Well, I'm excited for them to hear your story. So, if you just want to start and just tell our listeners out there or viewers out there, just your story, like how you were diagnosed, what you went through, and you know the parts in your journey that you haven't been able to share yet.
Yeah. So, I was playing college soccer out in Iowa, and I got really sick my last season playing for them, and so...
Wait, where in Iowa?
Iowa Western.
Okay.
Yeah, like Council Bluffs area.
Cool.
Yeah. So I got really sick, and then I couldn't breathe right, and then it just kind of never went away. So I played that whole season just not breathing as deeply than other people.
Yeah.
And it almost felt like panic attacks, and
Yeah.
so then I'm just sitting there like hyperventilating as the rest of my team is conditioning.
Oh my gosh.
So it was really strange, but after a while I was able to like relearn how to breathe. So I finished that season, and I...
Wait, you didn't know it was cancer, so you just like learned how to breathe like
differently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, college soccer breathing different is a little difficult.
Wow.
So yeah, I had come home, and I had already been engaged to my husband while playing that last season. So I came home, we got married, and then 6 months after getting married is when it started getting really bad.
Wow.
So I just thought, like, out of college soccer, I wasn't playing anymore.
Yeah.
And so I just thought I was getting out of shape
Yeah.
because that's normal.
This story seems all too familiar.
Yeah. So, yeah, it just progressively kept getting worse and worse, and I was, like, going upstairs, and I felt like an 9-month pregnant woman, just, like, huffing and puffing up maybe 4 stairs.
Yeah.
And so it got to the point where I couldn't lay down during sleeping, so I was sleeping in a recliner.
Wow.
My husband would, like, sleep next to me in our living room so that he could just be there.
Yeah.
And then, like, more panic attacks because at the time I didn't know this, but anytime I'd lay down, my tumor was so heavy it would collapse my lungs.
Oh my heck.
And so that's why I had to sit up.
Yeah.
And I, would have panic attacks because I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
So my husband went on a military trip one night, and this is like a year after playing soccer. And so I had been growing a tumor that whole time. And also 2 weeks before I was diagnosed, I had been losing a ton of weight. Like,
Really?
with Hodgkin's, it just, which was nice, because it just, like, dropped off, but I was eating so much.
Yeah.
Like a teenage boy.
Wow.
More than my husband.
Oh my gosh.
And he's, like, twice my size.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, this is amazing.
I can eat whatever I want.
I know, I was so confused, but yeah. And so he went off to his trip. I had one of those panic attacks from, like, not breathing. And I had been going to a chiropractor, and he helped a little bit, but we later found out he was just moving things more so my tumor could grow more and make it easier for me to have more space to breathe. So one night I drove myself into the ER, and that's when they found it, is they just took an x-ray, and they could see all of it.
Wow.
So it was the size of a soda can sitting on top of my lungs but under my rib cage.
Oh my gosh.
And so that's why I was so heavy and, like, collapsing everything. So that's when I got shipped to Murray, and they did the more testing. So I was, like, hospitalized for a few days and went under a lot of testing. My husband was able to leave his training thing, which was good, because usually that's not the case.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how they found everything the first time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then I was staged with stage 4 Hodgkin's lymphoma. So, yeah, and then after that we did fertility treatments because they told me I'd be infertile. And a 21-year-old being told that, who, like, just got married, that was hard.
Yeah.
So we did, my oncologist said we had to do that really fast.
Yeah.
Because I had, like, months, and if I didn't, like, get that done now. So we did that, I think, the fastest that you can do it.
Wow.
Like, they just started the drugs as soon as possible, and I did one cycle, and we were able to save quite a few eggs for fertility. That was a lot. So then we did that, and then I started all of my chemo. So I did, for anyone that has Hodgkin's, I did A, B, V, D. That was my chemo combination. Those were 4 different ones. And then I was in remission for 1.5 years.
Wow.
And so after that 1.5 years, I could feel something again in my chest, and I wasn't breathing right again, even though my scar tissue, like, was all dead. Everything was clear. And so they thought it was my heart, but the girl that did the echo barely, like, went off to the side, and she caught something that, like, wasn't on my heart.
Oh my gosh.
And so she's like, okay, that was a little weird, let's have you get a PET scan. And because I was on CTs at that point.
Yeah.
So we did a PET scan, and that's when they found, like, one just hiding just off to the right, off to the right of my heart. So
wow.
that's when, with Hodgkin's, your next step, you can't do any more chemo, like the normal chemo.
Yeah.
So you go straight to a transplant. So I had to do pre-chemo to put me in remission, which really isn't remission.
Yeah.
It's just to clean you.
Yeah.
And then I did an auto transplant, so my own stem cells.
Yeah.
So I had to do that prior to going into. So I did what your brother did.
Yeah, I did what my brother did, and then,
And then I went into my transplant.
Wow.
So.
How cool is it that they could use your, like, own stem cells? That's pretty cool.
I was a little nervous because I'm like, okay, people, those gave me cancer. I'm like, you need to.
You're like, how is this going to help me?
Yeah.
How is this going to save me?
They're like, no, we clean them really well so that when we put them back in you, they're like, it's a new baby and stuff like that.
Wow.
So.
That's incredible. Like, modern medicine, doctors, freaking incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was amazing. And which is, it's easier for an auto transplant because I don't have to. We still have graft versus host, but it's less of a chance.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to change everything.
Yeah.
So.
Unlike me, that's.
Yeah. Where you, like, are your brother now. That's fine.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, it's still the same.
Yeah.
Getting it.
Yes, still the same process. Yes.
Yeah. But mine was, hopefully my recovery is gonna just be a little bit easier, which is nice because I had already had cancer once. And
you deserve to have a break.
Right.
You deserve to have it easier.
That's what I was saying. I was like, Heavenly Father, please. This one time time.
You deserve it. She deserves it. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
What do you think throughout all this what was the biggest thing that helped you? Because a lot of our viewers, I get asked the question all the time. My friend just got diagnosed with cancer, or my loved one just got diagnosed. What's something that I can do for her or him to bring, happiness, or even like a care package or something? But what would you say the best thing that people did for you that helped you along your path?
Oh, I feel like there's two different questions in there. So what I would give advice to someone, that would be to help them create a safe place, because the whole time we are not in a safe place.
Yeah.
I don't, it doesn't matter where we are. If we're at home, we're trying to, come back from the chemo that we just did. If we're in the hospital, that's really not a safe place.
Well, even if we are home, I felt like a lot, not even up until just barely, I felt like when we were home, it was like, stay away from me, don't come too close,
exactly.
It wasn't a safe place. It was like,
Yeah.
It was still just like you lived in your own little bubble, and everybody else around you had to live around you.
Yeah.
In
That's
a weird
so
way.
true. Yeah, I more mean emotionally.
Yeah.
So for me, I needed one place in my house, one chair, or somewhere where there was some stuff around me that was mine, and that brought me some joy and some peace, where I knew if I go in that spot for 10 minutes, I could remember that I'm still me.
Yeah.
And that I am not the cancer patient.
Yeah.
Or the one everyone is making sure that they're okay.
Yeah.
And
babying and.
Essentially, yeah. But I don't know, it was helpful just to have that one place.
Yeah.
To be
Where was your one place?
It was in one section of my couch.
Cute.
So, and then my dog.
No, that's
just with me. And she
Of
would
course.
just sleep on me.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
so
cute.
I would always go there when I needed to remember that I'm still human and not a science experiment or something. So.
I love that. So create a safe place for you. What would you say other people can do for you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What can others do for you?
Yeah, I would say one of the biggest things for us was one of my friends started a GoFundMe because there's very few insurances that cover fertility. And so when she started that was able to help get rid of a big chunk of our fertility cost. So that one was really helpful. And then another one that I would say would be to not ask what they need and just do it.
Yeah, that's Andy says that too.
Yeah.
He says that same thing.
Yeah, because we already feel like a burden.
Yeah.
We already are we cost so much.
Yeah, exactly.
And we need so much. Can you get me that water?
Yes.
Can you I can't eat that, but I want this.
Yeah.
And it's just a mess. And so if
It
you
is.
just are my mom would be I'm coming over.
Yeah.
I'm getting you groceries. I'll be there in so much time, and that's it. And I was I can't say no
What a
to
blessing.
that.
What a blessing. I feel like that was in our journey too. So many people just came out of the woodworks just to help our family. We didn't even have to ask. Everybody just came out, was helping Andy with the house. We had people coming up from St. George, just drove up. They didn't even ask. They just drove up and knocked on the door. It was put me to work. I'm here. Let's do it. And I agree with you. I feel like that was the biggest blessing, and I feel like it takes a lot off of your plate as well, because I feel like as cancer patients, when you're going through such a opportunity, you also carry a lot of that, what you're not doing. I should be doing this, I should be doing that, but you really can't do anything. A life is out of your control for that time being. So it was that is huge, just having people come and help. You know what I mean? Or do what, or just show up. Just show up. I feel like a big one for me too was I love when people just when they would just check on me, just a simple text. You know what I mean?
And they didn't fall off the face of the earth.
Yes.
Because there's people that were every day, and then all of a sudden I was halfway through and I was oh, I don't. Okay.
They're gone.
Yeah.
And I get it. People get busy and they move on, and we all get busy. But I really do. I feel as people that are going through, certain things in their life, it just being that can, even if it's a once a week text or
even once a month.
Or once a month, but just that keeping up with them, just carrying that light throughout the whole journey for them.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Because there's those people stand out in my mind so much. Where I'm like, wow, you were there the whole time?
Yeah.
But, like, they weren't there physically.
Yeah, exactly.
And they didn't do a ton, but they were always checking.
Yeah.
So.
I still have this lady, her name is Sue Brady. I think I probably have talked about her on the show before, but she sends me a postcard. Has sent me a postcard, like, every week since
That's amazing.
Since I got diagnosed.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And still to this day, she still sends me a postcard.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
She's amazing, and I look forward to it because it's like, I don't know, it's a little breath of fresh air for me too, to be like, wow, like she still cares, like, you know. And I was able to like surprise her. I didn't realize she lived like right down the street from me, and
that's amazing.
So I like surprised her one day and showed up on her doorstep.
Oh my gosh, that's so
Hi
cute.
Sue, I know you're watching this, so I love you and I'm thinking about you. But she gets it though because she also is battling cancer.
Oh, okay.
She's terminal, so she's going through her own journey, and she's so strong and amazing.
I love.
But also, what did you say? Like the cancer community, it's pretty cool that we've like we've been able to have that community to be a part of it. You know, like it's nice to be able to, like you said yesterday, like talk to people that are going through similar and that understand.
Where you like cut the bull crap. And you're like, can you poop today? Like, can you like?
No, because I'm on lots of laxatives.
I know.
No, because I'm taking lots of poopy medicine.
Right. I'm like, what level are your steroids at today? And just like, oh, I love it. It's like banter, but it's refreshing because you can't really say that to anybody else because they just don't get it.
Yeah.
So
I love that. Well, with our listeners, with our viewers listening and watching at home, what is one thing that you feel like you have learned so much from this experience, from this opportunity?
Oh, so
one
much.
thing. And it could be, I mean, go ahead. You could tell us a lot of things or just one thing. So.
I think the biggest thing would be how much I love myself and also how much Heavenly Father loves me.
Oh, I love
and
that.
And so I've never felt closer to Him and gained so much appreciation for myself because of that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And you have to do a lot as a cancer. It doesn't look like we're doing a lot because we usually just lie there or things are just being pumped into us. But like you're doing so much just to even stay alive every day. And seriously, so it's amazing that I don't know, you get the opportunity to love yourself. Yeah. And see yourself in a different light.
Yeah. Well, and it's also another opportunity to see, like, how strong you are. Yes. You know what I mean? Because
you see all your weaknesses.
Yes. All of them. Well, and there's lots of times where you feel like you're not strong at all. Like, physically, mentally, emotionally. And when you look back at your journey and you're like, wow, I am still here. Like, wow, I fought through that. Like,
sometimes I forget and I look at pictures and I'm like, oh, gosh.
I know.
I'm like, I looked sick, guys. How did you
That's me too.
How did
like, you holy cow.
Why didn't someone put me in the hospital? Like, I was not looking okay.
Oh, that's awesome. No, I'm so grateful that you shared your story today with us. If there's anybody that's watching out there that is going through a similar situation or maybe a different situation, but, you know, like going through that hard time, what is one thing that you could leave with them? To hopefully bring them, you know, just some hope or just to kind of encourage them along their journey.
I would say, I keep going back to the safe place thing, but it doesn't matter what trial or opportunity that you're going through, as long as you can find one thing, whether that's like an object or a place or a certain song or like you have your song, and come to that at least once a day because it will remind you that you're human and that you can just breathe for a second. Yeah. Because you know that's something you chose. Yeah. And that's something you love and it brings a lot more peace, even if it's only like 5 minutes. So.
I agree. And we need to dance. So everybody get up. We gotta dance. We're gonna get down because Kelsey tells us to. Hey. We dance in the hospital now. We're dancing in remission and we're alive. Hey. Are you considered in remission or are you considered?
What are you considered?
Remission.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally don't consider myself in remission until I passed my last. So I was like, okay, I didn't go past a year and a half last time.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna like think
Not
about
even
it.
say remission.
Yeah, until I pass a year
Yeah.
and a half. And so, like, when people would ask, I'd say, yeah, I'm in remission, because that's how they understand
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But in my own mind, I was like, okay, as soon as I pass that point, that's where I can, like, just breathe a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because that's my story. I just got re-diagnosed at that point. And so, I'm past that point now.
Good.
And so, I know.
Yay.
I'm so excited.
That's
I was
awesome.
like, okay, we're a little one step closer to being, like, cured. But, I mean, we won't be cured for quite a few years.
Yeah.
But
I don't think people explain that to people. Well, and we have like different cancers though.
Right.
Still kind of similar but different. So
what time frame did they give you?
6 years.
I think that was the same as mine. Or mine was 5. 5 or 6, I think. So after you finish a treatment or transplant, it doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
Anything cancer treatment, you're considered in remission because your last scan didn't show signs of cancer. But after that, they give you a certain time frame where if you pass so many years, then you're cured. And that means, like, the risk rate goes super low for it recurring. And so that's what that means. So people are like, oh, you're done. Great. Get back to life. And I'm like, no. I got, like, 4 more years or, like, whatever it is. And I'm like, I still have to go see my doctor. So as soon as that's over, I'm done.
I think that's a big part, and I would love for you to like talk about that a little bit before, but I think that's a lot of, people just think, oh, remission, or, you're not getting chemo anymore or whatever, you're done. So what would be something that you would want people to know about cancer patients?
Oh, so much.
Go ahead.
Well, like when we get done with treatment, it's not just recover from that last one and then you're good. It's like a very slow, and I don't even feel like it's an exponential energy graph or anything. I feel like it's linear. Like, it's very, very slow, but it's consistent the further you get away from treatment. But, like, for me, I went from not doing anything for about a month, and then I could do things twice a week without like dying, and then it was like every other day, and then it was like a couple days together, but then I'd be off for like 3 days. And when I say off, it just means like super tired, exhausted, my body hurt. It drains you so much. So I only started getting a lot of energy, not a lot, most of my energy back after the year mark. So like it takes a long time to come back from chemo, and the whole, like, you're good now is terrible, and I hate it.
I know.
But it's okay. So it's just linear. You have to be patient and help yourself. You can't just, like, it doesn't just come back. You have to work on it. So
you have to work on it, because it doesn't just snap back. It's not. No. And I compare it to having kids, because that's the only other hospital stay I've had was having kids. And it's definitely, like, I feel like I came back from having kids, like, super fast.
Oh, yeah.
Like, back to or as in this, it's like, I'm giving myself, I'm like, okay, I've got 6 years to just slowly incline.
Well, like, technically they killed us.
Yes.
And then brought us back to life. So we should take that long, right?
They killed us for that long, so.
So, that's how I see it. But.
Yeah, no, I love that. Well, I'm so excited for you to be able to share your story. If people want to find you or follow you, I suggest you guys do. She's amazing. She is very inspirational and such a fighter. So where can they find you at?
My platform on YouTube is Kierra Life, Life. And then my Instagram is Kierra.life.
Kierra.life. Awesome.
Yep.
Well, thank you for being here today, and thank you guys for watching. We love you, and aloha means hello, goodbye, and we love you. Yeah! Him, you, me, we got this.